Right, how's everyone doing? Great, I hope. Right, so I'm gonna continue about talking about failed consoles now. Uh, the last video I did the Atari Jaguar. This one I'm gonna talk about the Philips CDI. Right? Now, I'm gonna talk about what I know, and we'll give my opinions of it. But look at if you want to get detailed information about the Philips CDI, go to Wikipedia or someone else's video. But I'll tell you what I know, and we'll give my opinions on the Philips CDI. And I tell you as much as I know about it. So the Philips CDI, I never owned a Philips CDI, and I'm never going to. You know what I mean? Because there's no games on it whatsoever that we want to buy and play. There's nothing on it that's any good whatsoever, in my opinion. Okay. Now the Philips CDI, originally it was going to be an add-on for the Super Nintendo. Okay. So what happened was, Sony was going to be making the CD add-on for the Super Nintendo called the PlayStation, but um, Nintendo decided to go behind Sony's back and work with Philips instead to make a CD add-on. Because Sega came out with the Mega CD, Nintendo felt like they needed a CD add-on for the Super Nintendo. But so Nintendo was work with Philips to make the CDI add-on. But because the Mega CD was such a failure for Sega, Nintendo decided to opt out of the CDI attachment for the Super Nintendo. But the contracts were signed already, so Philips gained permission to use Nintendo characters in as part of the deal. And what came of that was three shitty Zelda games and a Hotel Mario game, all of which, Hotel Mario, it's not a bad game. It's just about opening doors and stuff. The Zelda games are notoriously bad. They're fucking funny in a good way. They're fucking funny, but they're terrible games. As far as Zelda games go, these three Zelda games on the Philips CDI are fucking terrible. Right? The one the Gamelan is one of them. Zelda's Adventure, and I forget the name of the other one, but the one the Gamelan, Zelda, the one the Gamelan, Zelda's Adventure, and the other one. There's three of them. They're fucking terrible, right? Cut, they use animated cutscenes like cartoons, and they're so poorly done that it's fucking hilarious, But the controls in these games are really fucking terrible, right? Now, the Philips CDI, right? I had numerous controllers, right? I had one that looked like a Super Nintendo controller. I had one that looked like a Sega Mega Drive controller. I had one that fucking looked like a spoon, right, with buttons all around it. And I had one that was like an ordinary fucking remote control, like this, except now it's just a remote control. So these Zelda games, see, I had three buttons, right, on the Sega Mega Drive type controller, right, but I had no start button. But for some reason, the C button wasn't even used in these Zelda games. So one button would be used to open doors. They call it the 1, 2, 3 button, whereas on the Mega Drive it's A, B, C, right? The number 2 button will be used for everything, opening doors, using your inventory and stuff like that. So it was a nightmare, and the enemies were just, in a nutshell, these games are fucking terrible. But Philips earned the right from Nintendo through the contract that he signed, right? So, and Hotel Mario, but okay, so the Philips CDI, right? Um, so Nintendo decided not to have Philips do a CD add-on, so Philips made it a standalone CD-ROM based console, right? Now the Philips CDI, right? There's numerous different models, right? There's so many, I don't even know all the names, right? But they're all different shapes and sizes, right? One is like the same size as a fucking Sony PlayStation with an open lid, right? Another one is like a big, huge fucking VCR, huge, right? With a slide open tray, right? And there's other ones that are I don't know, like, you know, but they're the ones that I know of. There's a top open lid like a PlayStation type console, and a big huge VCR, right, with open disc tray, but they're all CD-ROM based consoles, right? So the Philips CDI was intentionally, but first of all, the Philips CDI was meant to be used as an educational tool. There's loads of fucking educational type games like maths and stuff like that, you know, to educate students, right, or people that want to learn stuff, right. But the thing is, it was really expensive to Philips CDI. I'm talking now 600, 700 quid. Now, just to learn stuff, so you know, it wasn't. You can go to the library, you can go to school. It costs you a lot cheaper, you know what I mean, to learn stuff than to learn it on the Philips CDI. But you could do that if you wanted to. Now, I remember back in the Philips CDI came out 1991, 1992 in Ireland, right? Now it was really fucking okay. In town, right, there was a shop called Electronics Boutique, right? It's like a game shop. It's gone now, unfortunately. It was a great shop, and they were actually promoting the Philips CDI. So, when you walked in the door, like, they had a big thing set up for the Philips CDI, biggest monitor and everything, all the games and stuff. And remember, Dragon's Lair, right, was the game they were showing off. Dragon's Lair is like a cartoon, but at certain points during it, you have a choice of what happens next. You don't actually control it in this game. In this, it's like a cartoon. At certain points it stops, and you have an option of what happens next. And then you have to hit right at the right time or left at the right time. If you don't press the left or right on time, you're dead. Right, so it's just about trial and error. There's no actual. You don't actually control anything really. You just have to hit the buttons at the right time and make a decision. That's pretty much it. So I had a lot of games like that, but like I had a lot of educational shit, and I had the Zelda games. I had Hotel Mario. So the Philips CDI is just a big flop. Basically, it wasn't the technology wasn't that powerful. It wasn't that advanced. Like, it wasn't like a PlayStation or anything like that. Um, but it could play music CDs, so it could do that. Now the layout, now the big huge Philips CDI that looks like a fucking VCR, right? Um, the it's it has a controller part in the back of it. Now, so if you want to change controllers, you have to pull out the whole fucking console and put the wire in the back, and it's huge. This thing is huge and it's heavy. But with the smaller version, it's not that much of an issue. But you still have to put the controller wire into the back of the fucking system. You know, I don't know why they decided to do that. But that's pretty much it. The Philips CDI, it didn't last very long. It didn't do very well at all. I think it finished up 1995. You know, it was there for a while. I mean, I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did. You know, but there was just nothing on it whatsoever that was even half decent, in my opinion. You know, it was just crap, and that's it. You know, there's so it was expensive. Like at the time, 1991, 1992, Sega Mega Drive and Super Nintendo. That's all people cared about. You know what I mean? Because the games were awesome. The games were awesome, which is the number one factor, in my opinion, to make a great game console. Great games, and they were a hell of a lot cheaper than the Philips CDI. You know, so so it's terrible. Like, even back in the day, I never wanted to get one. Even though Electronics Boutique were really pushing the hell out of it, you know, to get people to notice it and play it, you know. As I walk in the door, to be good there saying, "Do you want to try this game out?" And I did, but it's like I remember the controller that I was using was just like this. It's just a remote control with fucking see the arrow button, something similar to that. except the arrow buttons were near the top and stuff like that. Big grey yoke with Phillips written on it, right? And another game that it was they were showing off was Space Ace, right? Another one was Dragon's Lair, and I forget what the other one was, but it's just about the on the screen an arrow would say left, and you had to press left at the right time, or say press A or something. If you don't press it right on time, you're dead. Now the Mega CD had similar sort of games like full motion video games, except on the CDI they were a bit better in the fact that they were animated and stuff. But the CDI had full motion video shit as well, like so there was nothing on it. There was no like Streets of Rage or anything like that on it. As far as I know, as far as I'm aware of, there could have been, but I don't remember anything like that because Sega and Nintendo would make sure that these games would be on their systems only because they were in competition and each one wanted to be number one. So they wouldn't let anybody else like Atari or Phillips or the 3DO get these games, So, the CDI used CDs, which was new at the time, innovative, because everyone was still using cartridges, except the Mega CD and the 3DO. But it was the technology was expensive and it was hard to develop games for it. That was the problem. It was just a lot easier to make a game for the Mega Drive and the Super Nintendo. Yeah, they were on cartridges, but the actual games were easier to make and they were fun. That's just the thing, So the CDI was a big failure. It just if that actually came out for the Super Nintendo as an add-on, it probably would have done better. Maybe, I don't know. But Nintendo saw just how bad the Mega CD was, and decided not to go. They decided not to do it. But they signed a contract with Phillips already, and they had to let Phillips use Zelda and Mario and stuff. Now, Sony were really pissed off about what happened with Nintendo, and they went on to make the PlayStation as a standalone console. But that didn't come out till 1995, and the PlayStation came out and it was fucking awesome. It really was. So that's it. The Philips CDI. I've never had it, and I'm not going to get it because, in my opinion, there's nothing on it that's half decent. There's nothing on it whatsoever. But that's my opinion. There could be something awesome on it. I mean, if someone knows something that I don't, let me know. Is there someone out there that actually I'm sure there's someone out there that probably loves the Philips CDI, and if so, great, But I don't. I never wanted to get it. So that's it. The Philips CDI, it's one of the fair consoles that deserved to fail because it was nothing on it. Like the Atari Jaguar, even though it was a failure, had some good games on it, like Doom, Alien vs Predator, Tempest 2000. Philips CDI just didn't have anything. In my opinion. So that's it. The Philips CDI. That's just a failed console, one of many. And it's just unfortunate, really. But who knows? If Philips had have released this in '95 and had more time to develop it, who knows? Like the Philips CDI might be one of the best consoles ever, like the PlayStation. But who knows? That's just the way things happen. I think they're just so eager to get it out and make loads of money because gaming was the hot thing. They thought they had the best technology, the best games, and that's it. But it just didn't. Well, just didn't. When it came to the games, no. That's all people cared about, and it just wasn't good enough. So that's it. The Philips CDI. So that's the end of this part of failed consoles. Thanks for watching. If you're watching, and what do you fellas think? What are your opinions? Do you like the Philips CDI, or do you think it's a pile of shite. Like, I think it's a big pile of shite. Yeah, so like I don't know, like that's it. The Philips CDI is one of them failed consoles. Um, like where with the Atari Jaguar, I was hoping that the Atari Jaguar would be a success, but it just wasn't. But with the Philips CDI, I wasn't hoping anything for it, to be honest with you, because I had no interest. But that's the way it is. They're my opinions. Okay. So thanks for watching. If you're watching, and I'll make another video of a failed console later on. So, thanks for watching. If you're watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye bye.